I'm not saying that Oh My God 2 is flawless, but trust me, Oh My God 2 deserves more money and also love. So, welcome to another episode of Two Boys and a Movie. Today, we are going to talk about Oh My God 2, starring Pankaj Tripathi, Messenger of God.
Who?
Not this Messenger of God. This Messenger of God.
Har Har Mahadev.
Yeah, the censor board's Messenger of God, that is Akshay Kumar. And
You can't forget Yami Gautam in the film.
For the first time, you cannot.
Yami Gautam.
Is that Santur or Fair and Lovely? Santur.
She's in both.
Oh, okay. Never
Okay,
mind.
so Oh My God 2 is a comedy drama film that deals with the topic of sex education in Indian schools.
Education.
Education. Well, the box office wise, this film released on August 11th and clashed with Gadar 2, so wrong timing. Well, but still, the audience are showing it love. People are still going to the theaters. Even when we watched it quite late as well. The theater was pretty much full. So as of now, in 8 days, the film has collected 91 crores in India and around 120 crores worldwide. And that is a decent number for a film that was basically
A certificate?
A
That's the
certificate.
first thing that's coming to my head. Censor board. Why?
C, B, F, C.
Emergency. That's SPD, right? Yeah, first, give your quick review. What did you think of the movie?
I liked the film. It was entertaining, which is the most important part for me in a film. I go to a film to get entertained. It was entertaining, the comedy was good, and the topic too, it was so sensitive.
Education.
Yeah, bro. It is about education. I'm talking about education. They were basically saying that, size doesn't matter.
Oh my god. 2 says size doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We said it.
Well, what did you think about this?
With writing, I was kind of little disappointed. The message, yeah, definitely, it's an important message. It's not just about size, there's more to it. We'll talk about that more later.
That's what everybody said.
Yeah, so writing had I had some big flaws with the writing mostly, and the censor board. Guys, we're gonna talk heavy spoilers, what we liked, what we didn't like, what are those scenes, what are they talking about, who did what. So if you didn't watch the movie,
Well, what are you waiting for? Go watch the movie. We definitely recommend it.
yeah, but come back to the video again, okay, don't forget.
So, Pankaj Tripathi's character, that is Kanti. Kanti is a very good father, a loving husband, a loving father. He's very devoted to Lord Shiv. He's not very progressive at the beginning.
But that's his arc, which was not developed
It's not-
properly. Yeah, it's just, and then this. Yeah, that's one of my complaints. Yeah. So basically, this movie talks about a very taboo subject, that is masturbation and the consequences, which is kind of new. Like, in the whole Ayushman phase also, we spoke, Bollywood spoke about a lot of problems, but masturbation is more common than most of those problems. Masturbation is a big taboo.
Yep.
And talking about it is a brave move. And it's much necessary also, in my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah.
You are being very brave. Moving on, yeah. So this topic has been dealt with very nicely. They've brought about this whole arc where the main character, Pankaj Tripathi's son, masturbates in the school bathroom, and he's essentially bullied by a lot of his peers, by a lot of his classmates, and he's, pushed into the bathroom maybe in a sort of a way.
No, but honestly, now that I think about this movie, like how relevant it is or how important it is, masturbation is very common. Like, I remember in 6th or 7th class is when we started talking about it among our peers.
Okay.
But how much of it, like,
I
how
was
much.
kind of worried where this is going.
No, definitely not that. But what about the sex education part of it? How much of sex education did we get? Like, I studied in Hyderabad, that's a metropolitan city.
I studied in Mysore. That is a nice city. Not metropolitan, but a good city.
But definitely convent.
Convent, yeah.
Yeah, convent. But sex education?
None.
None. Same. So you also mentioned in the comments below how many of you people had sex education as part of your curriculum, or at least biology teacher explaining 6th and 7th topic in a co-education class, or you got the point, right? Explaining it properly. If that happened to you?
When we say sex education, it's not just the reproduction system part of biology class that shows the male reproductive organ and a female reproductive organ. It's proper.
It can involve good touch, bad touch,
consent,
important topics like this. So,
yes.
Sexually transmitted diseases, these are all important.
While the main topic of the film is masturbation and what all the things that it led to, the foundation for this was bullying, and how the main character's son had gotten bullied by all his peers, all his classmates, and how he got insecure about his own thing.
You're talking as if you never bullied anybody. Doesn't seem like it though.
Exactly my point. When we get to the serious crux of it, we've all bullied in the name of teasing or joking. We've bullied people, and we've never really thought about the consequences that they had to go through.
Or the limit. Like the line where you have to draw yourself and refrain from hurting somebody.
I know when we are little, we don't really get to know all these things, but that is the kind of education that is also required. As we age, we tend to understand where the lines are and hold ourselves back with our jokes or whatever, become more sensitive. But there was a time when even we didn't know the line. When we think back now, we will know, whoa, that was too much.
Trust me, I felt a little bit, I was a little sad when watching all those sequences, because not to that level, definitely for sure, but some or the other way, I was a bully myself with some people, and I'm sorry, whoever, I didn't mean to. But the important point about this whole bully portion is the main foundation of the story is the bunch of boys recording the video, but they were not penalized, or they were not
so
they were not even in the frame except for that one scene, the police station scene. So
even in the police station scene, it was not the bullies
exactly
himself, it was the bully's father. So they've come and they've bullied the boy. The boy is going down the drain essentially with his mental sanity or whatever.
The movie was discussing more on the lines of what he was doing, and trying to justify that, rather than also talking about what they did and how wrong it is to.
This was basically like the main culprits of the film.
Not in the film.
Yeah.
The main important theme, the character arc of Pankaj Tripathi, he's 70% of the movie. Even though the kid is the victim, he's there like 10%, 4 or 5 scenes barely. So it's Pankaj Tripathi who's taking the movie forward. So his character arc actually plays a very crucial role, which was kind of established in the first 20 minutes, and then it's just plain. So I didn't like that part of the writing also.
Yeah, so I wouldn't call it plain. His character gets established pretty early. The character arc as well gets established pretty early. So after that, he is essentially carrying the film forward with that new character and trying to influence other people to become like him.
But we should talk about Yami Gautam, finally.
Bro, I really hated her in the film, and that proves her acting.
Yes, she hated the character.
Yeah. She was this arrogant, overconfident.
Oh my god.
I know.
I'm the best lawyer. I'm Harvey Specter of India.
Pompous and all of that.
But again, see, that's the thing, right? Her nature is contributing to that, what her vibe is there.
Yeah.
But I wish her, the conflict which was missing in the movie, if that was also she has a very weak case. Her attitude is taking it forward, but the case.
That, in my opinion, was not very good writing.
Exactly.
They had, I guess they decided that the film is going to be about this, and they just put up a case, a courtroom around it. So if you look at it legally, whatever happened to the boy, it's a very clear winning case for the boy's side, for Pankaj Tripathi's side. There was not really a lot that could be done by Yami Gautam or the other people who were, the defendants.
I think pretty much other than these, the movie was really good. But censor board.
Yeah, that.
Why censor board? Why did you have 25 modifications? There are some portions legit where the lip sync is not matching. It's clearly evident that the story structure changed.
The film itself was, primarily depending on the emotions that it was riding.
Correct.
On the emotions of how they take all of the audience on this ride, emotional ride. And while we are on this ride, we get a sudden bump.
And a very bad bump. Okay, I have one question for audience, okay? See, again, don't jump into comment box and judge me for whatever it is. Just listen to me carefully.
Okay, please go ahead.
No, please, listen to me. Listen to my version and then do it.
Listen to me.
Yeah, so, in general, when we have some problems, when we are struggling, we have some problems, right? What do? We go to God, we pray, we ask Him to help us out, correct? And what do we expect in return? God helping us out with something, any problem. That's how, in general, everybody is, right? So, similarly, in this movie also, there is a father whose son is suffering, where he legit prays to Lord Shiva, asking him to help. And if Lord Shiva is coming and helping him, what is the problem? Why should it be some messenger of God? Why Shiva can't help? Is it not okay with Shiva helping it? Why? I totally didn't understand why that.
All the changes you suggested, it wasn't like we didn't know it was Lord Shiva on the screen.
Yeah.
So.
There was a legit change where it's talking about, remove the condom banner from the, in a background.
The film was about sex education.
Sex education,
for God's
exactly.
sake.
I didn't understand what were they trying to do. There is it's ironic that, the movie is trying to talk about something and the movie is suffering for same problem. Oh my God. So this is my opinion. I really didn't feel any necessity to, especially I went through all the modifications. Maybe 1, 2 are a little tricky, which I don't want to comment about. But most of them, I personally feel that was not necessary. You people also, did you feel it's necessary?
Of course, it was spoiling my whole fun, bro. I went there to get entertained. While I was getting entertained,
Also
these
irritated.
words were
Yeah.
really irritating because you can see the characters are saying something else, the dialogue I'm hearing is something else. There's sometimes just disruption and a random scene that is an add-on scene. Very evidently, it is an add-on scene that comes up. कौन है ये लोग? कहाँ से आते हैं?
Bro, I feel like, oh my God, one received a lot of backlash for the kind of themes that was dealing with. Maybe that could be a reason why censor board was trying to be careful and avoid all those clashes. Maybe.
I mean, censor board, try harder next time if you're doing it for the audience. And talking about, oh my God, 1, the first installment starring Paresh Rawal.
And Akshay Kumar himself.
And Sri Krishna Akshay Kumar.
Sri Krishna Akshay Kumar. No censor Akshay Kumar.
I guess Krishna Bhagwan's bhakts are a little more
okay.
peaceful.
Yeah.
Which is ironic too, because this is Shiva. If you know, you know.
I felt the screenplay structure was same. Good life, conflict, realization, court case, crisis situation, God entry, helping. Not directly this time. That was good, but yeah, helping. Again, conflict, pre-climax conflict, God in his Vishwaroop avatar, and then winning the final episode.
So the structure was essentially same, but
it's just the
what
conflict.
I really felt was that exactly the conflict in the first installment was, there's a Nastic, someone who doesn't believe in God, and then there is God himself who is helping him out, and that itself is such a interesting chemistry because and in the second part he was a God lover, and I don't know, it didn't feel like there was a lot of conflict even in the first part as well. All the gurus, all the god men in the film, they were Mithun Chakravarti and other henchmen essentially did a really good job. There was very good conflict happening there. The whole arc of Paresh Rawal learning, reading all the holy books and coming up with these, arguments in the court, that was also organically built so that we could see a proper arc where a Nastic goes from being a Nastic to a believer in God because he witnessed it. that was nice.
Correct.
And I felt that
That was
in
missing,
the second
exactly.
part.
The arc part of Pankaj Tripathi was missing. That I definitely agree. But still, it's a good movie.
Yeah, it is definitely a good
Compared to
movie for-
Gadar 2, I can definitely say that it's a really, more than whether it's good movie or bad movie, it's an important movie. It's discussing an important topic that people should watch. In fact, the theater that I went to, I saw, this is a 8:50 a.m. show that I'm talking about, and I saw old people coming and watching the movie.
So if we talk about Oh My God 2 and Gadar 2, the only thing that is missing in either of one is in Oh My God 2 there is no Dhai Kilo Ka Haath, and in Gadar 2 there is no real message. Or is there?
Let's not get into that. So this is our opinion about Oh My God 2.
Yeah.
What do you think about the movie? Please mention that in the comments below.
But please do go and watch this film because it definitely deserves more than what it is making now. And
Correct.
also, I don't know, once it releases on OTT, show it to your teenage crowd in your house.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thanks to censor board. Wait for OTT, but please, and again, parents, please talk to your children. They are your children. These things should be talked out. And similarly, children, please talk to your parents. It's okay. They are your parents. They will understand at some point. With that, this is the end of our episode. We'll be back with another interesting episode. For that, for that, subscribe to our channel for more updates like this. This is Maruti Acharya,
And I am Sanjay Ponnappa.
and you're watching India Today, SoSouth.